Greetings, everyone. My name is Tom Connelly, and I and my family have been very close friends and supporters of the Freedoms Foundation for many years. I thought I'd start by sharing a couple interesting facts about our flag that makes it so unique to that of every other nation in the world and in history. So let me begin. We started with 13 stars on our flag, but have now grown to 50. So over 243 years, our flag has changed 37 times as each new state was admitted. Very few nations in the world and in history have even changed their flag once, let alone 37 times. But that's not the total uniqueness of our flag. Our flag was born on June 14, 1777, with the simple words of, "The flag of these United States shall consist of 13 alternating red and white stripes with a blue field and white stars to represent a new constellation." But what was not said is equally important. It did not say if the stars were to be 5-pointed stars or 4 or 6 or 8-pointed stars. It didn't say if they were to be organized in rows or certain circles or medallions, squares, star shapes, or anything relative to the dimensions of the flag and the proportions of the canton to the rest of the flag. This became a real problem in 1791 when Vermont was admitted to the Union as our 14th state. Since there were no rules and guides, some of those flags were created with 14 stars and 13 stripes. Others were created with 14 stars and 14 stripes. The next year, Kentucky entered the Union as our 15th state. So, typical, guess what happened? Some of the flags had 15 stars and 13 stripes, and 15 stars and 15 stripes. Well, there were a number of other colonies that were in the queue to become part of the United States. So, in 1818, the Second Flag Resolution was created, and it basically said that the flag shall keep the 13 stars, 13 stripes to honor the original 13 colonies. But any new additions to our country and our flag would warrant a star in the canton. So for the next approximately 100 years, the flag maker was able to make anything they wanted to the extent of their artistry and their patriotism and their desire. The stars could be organized in circles and ovals and boxes and medallions and all different sizes and shapes. I'll give you another example. Over my left shoulder, here is a beautiful flag. It's called a double oval. It has 38 stars on it, which represents the state of Colorado. Colorado was admitted and was the state of the 38 star was our flag of America for 12 years, but it also was over the centennial period of time. So there was a lot of patriotism, a long period of time, a lot of patriotism. I have had over the years 26 different ways the 38 star flag was presented. All over, many different ways, all 38 stars. And I've seen at least that much, if not 2 or 3 more times that, of other ways that this beautiful flag, by the way, the flags are all folded up inside those frames. But that's a beautiful double oval, real hard to find something like that. Over my right shoulder is another beautiful piece. This is a 39 star flag, represents the state of North Dakota, and North Dakota was admitted on November 2nd, 1889. The stars are in a triple medallion. As you can see, there are different sizes, different shapes. The large star in the center, that is to represent specifically North Dakota. But the stars are also twisting and turning. That's called dancing. Another unique piece of reason for this flag is that North Dakota was admitted at 10 o'clock in the morning, and South Dakota was admitted at 2 o'clock that afternoon. So this was the flag of America for the grand total of 4 hours. And I not only have this one, but I have had close to a dozen different versions of how just a 4-hour-old flag was presented. All the way to the right is not only another unique flag, but it also has a great degree of provenance to it. On April 30th, 1789, in Federal Hall up in New York, this piece was on the eaves of the balcony, above a balcony, balcony were most of our founding fathers, and they were there gathered to witness the swearing in of our first president, George Washington. Again, it was April 30th, 1789. So this piece not only is 231 years old, but also has the provenance to be associated with the swearing in of our first president. One that our flag and its history is not unlike the American people. We are made up of all kinds of peoples, but we are still one and the same. There have been countless versions and variations of our flag also, but it nonetheless has been and always will represent our one nation and our one people. Thank you to the Freedoms Foundation for allowing me to share this brief history of our wonderful flag, and a happy Flag Day to you all.